y'all, we're back with another video, and today we are going to be making a super easy yet so simple dessert you are sure to love. This is great for parties, just a regular snack, or if you want to sell them yourself and recreate this. Guys, you only need a few simple items, and I promise you it is going to be well worth it once you see how they turn out. So you're going to need a couple of things here. You're going to need 4 apples, white chocolate melts, an apple slicer, some toothpicks, parchment paper, a bowl with warm water in it, and of course, my special strawberry shortcake crunch crumble. And if you're wondering where you can get my Tasty Treatz Strawberry Shortcake Crunch Crumble, you can look in the description box below and you will see that it is actually going to be sold on my Etsy market. And y'all, it tastes so good. And you can make it yourself, but everyone makes it different. However, how I make it, you can really taste the strawberry sweetness in it, and it's so good. So what we're going to start off with is 4 apples, a bowl of warm but not super hot water, and we are going to start by putting those apples into that warm water and making sure that these apples get stripped of their wax as well as they are getting cleaned. Now, y'all, I did not boil this water. My tap does get super hot. However, I did want to make sure that the temperature is at least where I can stick my finger in it and it is not scalding hot and burning myself. However, it is still hot enough to where it can strip the apples of its layer. So once you put your apples into the warm water, you are going to leave them in there for 3 minutes, and then you are going to see exactly what it looks like. And by now, your apples should be stripped of their wax and they should also be cleansed. As you can see in one of those apples right there to the left, you can see that it looks like a little bit ashy, and that's how you know it's been stripped of its layer. After that, you're going to take your apple slicer and your 4 apples, starting off with 1 apple, and really just applying the pressure of the apple slicer to the apple. And y'all, at first, for your first apple that you are going to slice, you are going to realize that you are going to need some strength to do it. So I would recommend getting a non-slip mat to put underneath your cutting board, because you can see that mine was slipping just ever so slightly. Now, some of you might want to do this by hand, but I promise you a apple slicer will save you so much time, and it makes sure that all the slices are done evenly. So I would definitely say it's an investment. They're only about like $2 to $5, and it is great for what it is that we are doing here. Okay, and now what it is that I am doing, and I should have done this first, so I recommend you guys learning from my mistake. I am taking cold water and squeezing a lemon into it. You could just use lemon juice, but basically what this does is stop the browning process that happens when you slice apples. Now, this process is normal. This is just an enzyme browning, and it happens to various fruits. Apples are one of them. So I would definitely recommend, once you are done slicing that apple, do not waste time. Go ahead and put that into your lemon water mixture, and the lemon water will actually be acidic to the apple, and it will stop that enzyme browning, making sure you don't have any ugly apples when you do bite into your strawberry crunch apple slice. I just wanted to show you what it looks like from another angle. Basically what I'm doing is just, again, applying that pressure to the apple core, and I'm aligning it so that way whenever I do apply the apple slice all the way down into the apple, it takes the core right on out. Now that I have all 32 apple slices, because the apple slicer, if you guys are wondering, does cut about 8 slices each and every single time. And we had 4 apples, so that is 32 slices that we got from this recipe here. But what it is that I wanted to show you here is that you can see that the lemon water really did help with stopping the browning process. The brown ones that you do see are the first ones that we did wait a little while on to put into the water mixture, and you can just see that there is a difference between the two that were put in immediately there and then the ones that we waited on. And for our next step, we are going to be melting our white chocolate. And some people are going to ask, is it okay if they use almond bark? I would say go ahead with what you have and what you prefer. For this step, it really doesn't matter because it's going to be coated in the strawberry crunch crumble. But for me, I do use the make and mold from my local Hobby Lobby, and I like the way their white chocolate tastes and it melts. So that is what I'm using. And this is the consistency that you want when you are dipping your fruit. It is a runny consistency and it is perfect for dipping. Now you're going to want to place your apple slices on a piece of paper towel. You can do half and half, just again to stop that enzyme browning from happening on the apple slices. But me, I wanted to go ahead and get them all done so that way I am not wasting too much time in between making sure that my apple slices are dry. But next you're going to want to put a toothpick and submerge it into the apple so that way when we dip it, it's not falling off of the toothpick. Now, I do this step with all my fruit dipping because if you know anything about chocolate and water do not go together. Your chocolate will seize. So in between, I am pat drying the apple slices with a paper towel to make sure that all the excess water is off them. So that way, when it dips into the chocolate, it does not seize. And now this is my favorite part. It's super self-explanatory. You're going to dip your apple into white chocolate and then dip it into your Taysty Treatz Strawberry Crunch Crumble mixture. And then you're going to evenly coat it. I'm just using a spoon to help me. I definitely advise it because it helps. And then you're just going to make sure that you have your mixture all over the apple. And you should have something that just looks like this. 2 apple slices into this, and I realized, you know what, I need to be working smarter and not harder. So I just ended up lining a piece of parchment on a baking pan, and basically I am just going to dip the apple slices the same way I did, but instead of dipping them into that small container, I am just going to lay it all flat out and just get it done faster by doing it in this way. All right, so now this should be easier to dip. I did want to inform you for all 32 apple slices. I did end up using 2 of my Taysty Treatz Strawberry Crunch Crumble mixtures. Just one was not enough, but I will say one will get you about half of that amount. So 16 apple slices will be good per container. Y'all, after a long time of dipping and dipping and dipping, okay, it is finally time to put the last finishing touch on it, which is going to be this white chocolate drizzle, y'all. You know, one thing about me, I'm going to put a drizzle on something. So let's go ahead and proceed to give you what you need. Give you what you need. and give you what you need. Yeah, one thing about me, I'm gonna put a drizzle on something, because everything need a drizzle. You hear what I'm saying? Yes! Yes, it looks so good. Like, oh yeah. Wait, which way am I doing this? I think I'm doing this way. Yes. So one thing about me, I love a drizzle. Drizzle. Like, look at that, y'all. What? Like, literally. I'm so enamored with this right now. I love it. Hey, y'all, you see, I'm so excited. Like, oh, it's so good. I can't wait to bite into one of these. Oh my gosh. It is so freaking good looking. I just know it tastes bomb. You need bomb. They look so good. I'm gonna put them in the freezer just for like a couple minutes, probably like 2-3 minutes, and then they will literally be all done and ready for them to be packaged. So that way they are ready for the catering tomorrow. Here's the catering spread that I did, but most importantly, the strawberry crunch apple slices, and I did make a cream cheese strawberry dip alongside them, so when you dip it into there, you get a bite of cream cheese as well. Everything turned out so good, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more, of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see or have any other questions on any other videos, guys. Until next time, okay, bye.